Hello dear students, how are you? I hope you have done your unit 1 and the unit 2 of the part A. Unit 1 was about the communication skills and unit 2 about the self-management skill. Now I am going to start unit 3, that is information and communication technology skills. In this there is the first chapter, first sessions, that is the operating system. Now we are going to discuss that what is operating system. What is the definition of the operating system? These days we all are using the computers and we all have the operating system in our computers. Without operating system, computer can't work. For example, someone has the Windows 7, someone has installed Windows 10, someone has Windows NT and various operating systems, Windows 16s, these types. And what is the main definition of operating system? What is the working of the operating system? Why we use the operating system? The main definition of the operating system is it acts as interface between users and the hardware. What is operating system? That is an interface between the user and the hardware. We are the users and we are using the computer as a hardware. Then how we can use the hardwares? With the help of the operating systems, we use the hardware of the computer. We need not to think so much all the works, how to interact with the hardwares, that is done by the operating system. It controls and monitors all the functions of the computer. All the functions of the computers that is done by the operating system, and that all are controlled by the operating system. It performs all the basic tasks like input-output management, file managers, input-output interactions, that you are giving your data from the keyboard and you are getting your output from the monitors, how your data is stored in the memory, how the jobs are scheduling, how you are doing the multitasking, you are opening many files, how it will interact with all the files, you will interact with all these files. This all the working is done by the operating system. So this is the main definition of the operating system. Now we will do the next topic, that are the functions of the operating system. Now next topic is functions of the operating systems. There are various functions of the operating systems: memory management, device management, job scheduling, security, and the file management. Now what is memory management? All the works, that is when you are doing some work, when you are creating some files, and when you are saving these files, then all these files will be saved in the memory. That will be saved in the hard disk or a memory in the pen drive, and how you can take the data from it, how you can open the file again from the memory. Then all type of managements of the memory, that is done by the operating system. We need not to worry about this. We have to just click on a button, save, it will be automatically saved in your memory, and this process is done by the operating system. Next is device management. All the devices that are attached to the computer, all the input and the output devices, are managed by the operating system. Operating system operates that how you will take the input from the keyboard, how the output will be displayed on the monitor, how the printer will give you the printouts of the given command. These all things to interact with all the devices that are attached to the computers, that is done by this all management is done by the operating system. Next is job scheduling. Job schedule करना मतलब priority base पर schedule करना. When we are running various files in our PC, we have run many at the same time we are running many applications. Suppose I have opened MS Word, I have opened MS Excel, I have also opened MS PowerPoint at the same time, and I have opened all these files. Then one by one I am working on this. Then how this will be scheduled, how this will be handles that all are handled by the operating system, and we are just clicking on that application and it runs at the time the next application, the next. Then when we are doing the multi-processing, multitasking at the same time, that all is handled by the operating system. Next is security. Security given to the computer, that is also done by the operating system. Whenever you are opening your PC, laptop, then it asks for the password and login. Then the management of this security is also done by the operating system. No one outsiders can enter into the computer and that can hack, that can store your personal informations, yeah, store your private informations. Then the firewall, we need a firewall, and the working of the firewall is also handled by the operating system. Next is file management. All the files that you have made in your PC, wherever you are opening a file, deleting a file, copying a file, pasting a file, storing a file in the memories, all the things related to the file is also done by the memory, also done by the operating system. So these are the functions of the operating systems. Our next topic is types of operating systems. There are various types of operating system from starting to till now. One by one we will discuss about this. Next is types of operating system. Operating system is of many types from starting to till now. First operating system was single user operating system. What was the single user operating system means? At the time only a single person can do a work on this system. That is so this is called a single user operating system. And this was in the earlier time, it was just a command line. It uses the command line interface. And what was the command line interface? In today's time, we are using GUI, graphical user interface. But in the earlier time, it was the command line interface. That is CLI, command line interface. Whenever you are doing some work, then you have to learn the commands. Without learning the commands, you can't use the computers. आजकल हमारे पास मोबाइल्स है, एक इलिटरेट पर्सन भी मोबाइल्स को यूज कर सकता है. क्यों? बिकॉज इट्स अ ग्राफिकल यूजर इंटरफेस. देयर आर द आइकन्स ऑन इट, and by just seeing the icon we can click on it and we can do our task. But in the earlier time, computer was not easy to use. It was using the command line argument. If you have to copy some command, then you have to learn cp file 1 file 2, that is, और command line C ड्राइव पर ये रन करता था. कॉपी करने की कमांड थी cp कॉपी. फाइल 1 को फाइल 2 में कॉपी करेगा. एंड इट वाज जस्ट अ टेक्स्ट बेस, ब्लैक एंड वाइट स्क्रीन थी और टेक्स्ट बेस था. देयर वाज नो कलरफुल स्क्रीन, देयर वाज नो आइकन्स, नो यूजर फ्रेंडली. These were some drawback of this operating system. But earlier time, this was the first type of the computer system, that was the single user operating system, and that was using graphical user interface. And after that, we are using GUI, that means graphical user interface. What is graphical user interface? These days we are using the graphical user interface. Our mobiles are also a part of this. These are the examples of the graphical user interface. Everything is on icons. Just by clicking on this icon, you can do your task. You need not to worry, you need not to search so much things. They are very easy to use, so that is also called the user friendly. तो सिंगल यूजर में एक तो आता है कमांड लाइन इंटरफेस जो पहले था, और बाद में आया GUI, that was a graphical user interface. It was user friendly and it was most easy to use. Next was multi-user operating system. Firstly it was single user, next was multi-user. At the same time, more than one users can use the operating system. More than one persons can do the task on this, on your computer at the same time. So that is called multi-user operating system. Next is multitasking operating system. Multitasking, at the same time you can do the multiple tasks on the same PC. These days we are doing the multitasking because here we have opened the Google Classroom, here we have opened the YouTube, here we have opened the Word file, and the fourth we have opened the PDF, fifth we have opened the new window in a Chrome, and we are searching something new. Then we are doing the multiple tasks at the same time. So these facilities are in our operating system, and that is known as the multitasking operating system. Next is real-time operating system. What is the real-time operating system? That is related to your daily problems, daily things which you are doing, who is related to this, that is known as the real-time operating system. Just by clicking on it, within an instant of time it gives you the response. That is the real-time operating system. For example, if we want to book an air ticket for going from India to America, but just opening the site of the booking site, any booking sites you can open, and you can just book your ticket, and within a fraction of second you will get the confirmation and acknowledgement that you have booked your tickets. These type of rating system, by just clicking on it and you are giving the response within a fraction of seconds, that is known as the real time operating system. Online booking, online shopping जो हम कर रहे हैं, that facilities in our operating system, and our operating systems are real time operating system, multi-user, multitasking operating system. All are combination of these days. Next is distributed operating system. Whenever a work is distributed among the various persons, among the various computers, and that are located at the different locations, but they all are doing work as a single unit, that is known as the distributed operating system. For example, a banking है, banking की अलग अलग branches हैं, PNB बैंक है और उसकी अलग अलग ब्रांचेस अलग अलग सिटीज़ में है, सभी पे अलग अलग ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम है, बट सभी मिलकर एज अ PNB के एक सिंगल यूनिट की तरह काम कर रहे हैं. तो विच ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम दैट आर यूजिंग इन दीज टाइप ऑफ वर्क्स, दैट इज नोन एज द डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम. So I think this topic is clear to you. What is single user, what is multi-user, what is multitasking, what is real time, and next is what is distributed operating system. So we have done operating system, functions of operating systems, and different types of the operating system. And next topic in this is now, according to your syllabus, in this there is the Windows 7 operating system. We will talk about what is Windows 7 operating systems. You all are having the operating system in your PC. Some are having Windows 7, some are having Windows 10, some are having advanced Windows 16. Now, what is Windows 7 operating system? Firstly, what is the start window? Whenever you open the PC, it will start processing, it will start booting up your PC, and after that you will get the window. That is the start window, starting windows. As is starting, their process is going on, and your windows that goes on to start the windows. When you will, this process is completed, starting windows, after that you will see the desktop. That is the first window that is shown on your PCs, that is shown on your PC, and there are various icons which software you have downloaded. There are many things which you have stored on the desktop that will be shown on your first screen, and that first screen on after opening the PC, that is known as the desktop. And after that, at the bottom end of the desktop, we see this taskbar. This is a long bar at the bottom of the desktop, that is known as the taskbar. What is the taskbar? In the taskbar, here is the start button. By this we can open the various applications. By clicking on this, it will show all the applications that are stored in your PCs, and you can open that applications. All programs we can open from this, and after that we can open Notepad, Word file, Excel file, whatever we want to open, that we can use. We can open this by using this start button. And in this bar, at the last, there is the notification area. In this notification area, you will see a symbol of sound mic. and after that there will be a symbols of connecting to internet का symbol आता है कि वाईफाई attached हो गया, that symbol will also be displayed here, notify करता है, and it will also show the time and the date which you have settled down in your PC. It will show the time and the date and some other notifications that will be shown in this notification area at the right hand side of this known bar. And here here is start button and here is notification area, and in between this area is known as the quick launch bar. What is the quick launch bar? It will show many icons which you have pinned on the taskbar. So many icons of many applications will be shown here which you have already fixed it, and plus which new windows, how many new windows you are opening, and that the icons of that new windows which are opened by you that will also be shown here, and that area is known as the quick launch bar. So this is the known as the taskbar. At the end of this, divided into 3 parts: start button, quick launch bar, and the notification area. This is the Windows 7 operating system. This is the first page of the Windows 7 operating system. Yes, now the first session of the operating system that is completed, and now we are going to start the session 2, that is managing files and the folders. In this there are some small things, and you are already doing in your daily routines on your computers, but we will just a quick review of it, and then this session will be completed. Now in this there are some points which is told to you, that are the create a folder. How you can creating a folder? I think you all know how we can create a folder. You will right click on the blank area, you will right click anywhere on the blank area of your desktop, and then you will click on our dialog box will be opened here, and in dialog box you will click on the new, and after that, after clicking on the new, you will go to the folder points, and whenever you will click on this folder, a new folder will be created on the desktop, anywhere where you want to create it. Next is creating a new file. How you can create a new file? Whenever you will right click on the blank area, then a dialog box will be opened. In this dialog box you will click on this new button, and then it will show various type of the files, various type of applications. Whether you want to create a new file in the Word, Excel, you can select on it, and that new files will be opened there. Next is renaming a file and the folder. How you can rename? That is already built on your PC, that is already created by your PCs, and when after sometimes you want to rename it, then just select that file, right click on it, then dialog box will be appear, and click on renaming a file, and whenever you will renaming a file, then after that you can write the new name, and that name will be given to your file. Next is deleting a file and the folder. How you can delete a file? Next is how we can delete a file and the folder that is already created in it. Just right click on it and then select your file. Just right click on the files which you want to delete, then right click on it, and there will be the option delete. Whenever you will click on the delete options, then that files and the folder will be deleted. Next is restoring a file. How you can restore a file? If you have deleted your file, then after deletion it will go in the recycle bin folder that is already stored on your desktop. After some time you realize that I need that file, then go to the recycle bin folder and select that file, then right click on it and then click on restore. Whenever you will click on the restore, that file will be saved in your PC again. This is restoring a file. How you can again restore a file. Next is permanently deleting. How we can permanently delete a file? Whenever you have delete the files, then it goes into the recycle bin. And if you want to permanently delete it from your PC, then go to the recycle bin folder, then again select that file and then click on it, click on delete option. It will ask from you that you want to permanently delete its file, then click yes, and this file will be deleted permanently from the recycle bins also. Then after that, this is not in your PC. Then next is copying and pasting a file. How you can copy a file and cut and copy a file, and how you can paste it on the another locations. For example, you have saved a file in the C drive and now you want to save this file into the D drive. Then firstly you will open the C drive, select the file, right click on it and कट ऑन इट. अगर डिलीट ही करनी है वहाँ से देन यू विल कट ऑन इट, और अगर इसकी कॉपी सी ड्राइव में भी रखनी है, डी ड्राइव में भी रखनी है, देन यू विल क्लिक ऑन द कॉपी ऑप्शंस. और अगर वहाँ से डिलीट करनी है सी ड्राइव से, देन यू विल यूज़ द कट ऑप्शन. एंड आफ्टर चूजिंग ऑप्शन कट या कॉपी अकॉर्डिंग टू योर रिक्वायरमेंट, देन अगेन go into the D drive and then right click on it and then click on the paste option. Then that file will be pasted here. These are the simple points which you are doing in your daily, because in these days you are doing all the work online. I think on the daily basis you are using this option: creating a file, deleting a file, restoring a file, permanently deleting a file. These all you are using this, but we have just given a quick review of these options. Now in the third unit, that was information and communication technology skills, there was 3 sessions. First was operating system, which we have done. Second is managing files and folders, that we have also discussed in this session. And third we will discuss in my next video. So these two options are, these two sessions are completed here. And please complete your notebook work which I have already given to you, and the questions related to the third unit I will give you after my next video. Combinedly from these 3 sessions I will give you some questions, but complete the question of the unit 1 and the unit 2 in your notebook, which I have already sent you as an assignment in your Google Classroom. You can see the questions which you have to write in your notebook. And some students who have not sent the notebooks in the schools, have they completed the previous have they completed their previous units, that was the web applications? और अगर अभी तक आपने नहीं किया है तो उसके 11 questions थे. Please write down the 11 questions of the web applications also. And some has sent the notebooks to me, but they have done only 9 questions, 8 questions, the 9 questions. Please complete the unit 1, that was the web application of the part B, and part A के unit 1 और unit 2. unit 1 के मैंने आपको 8 questions दिए हैं, unit 2 के 4 questions दिए हैं, और unit 3 के मैं आपको next video के बाद दूँगी. Please complete your notebooks because these are the most important questions. When you will just take the quick review of this, now most of the questions in your exams will come from these are important questions. Write down in your notebook, complete your notebook. Still you are not getting anything, you can send any message on my WhatsApp. Till then, be safe. Thank you and have a nice day.